our living abroad journey. So we've actually been here in Mexico for officially 2 weeks now. So we'll be talking more. Oh yeah, can you keep it open for me? We'll be talking more about our experience, and thank y'all for the hearts. We'll be talking about our experience. We'll be answering your questions and all of that. But just in case you are brand new here, in case you've never joined any of my lives before, drop a number 1 for me in the comments. If you are brand new here, let's see those number 1s. I just want to give you a warm welcome. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. If you are someone, just call me Moni. Welcome. What's the first step? Deciding that you're serious is the first step, Elaine. That is the first step. Ruby, welcome. Bougie Pets. Okay, I like that name. Welcome. Keep dropping those number 1s if y'all are new for me. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Please continue to double tap. Whether you're coming in for a hot second or whether you're standing here, please continue to double tap. Thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate y'all. So me and my husband left the United States last year to live abroad as digital nomads. Hello, Lynette. We left the United States last year to live abroad as digital nomads. Nope, never been to French Polynesia. And we essentially, because we're digital nomads, what that means is that we don't live anywhere, right? So we are nomadic. We don't have just one place that we stay in. Thank you, Colo. Listen, y'all, I was live this morning twisting my hair for like more than 2 hours. It took some time, but we got it done. So we left the United States a year ago to live abroad as digital nomads. So we've been nomadic. We visited the States twice since we left. Thank you so much. We visited the States twice since we left, but we are currently in Mexico. Since we left the United States originally in February 2024, we have been in 10 different countries. So we have been in Brazil, Spain, Vietnam, Thailand. Yes, that does follow you. Thailand, Japan, China, Indonesia, Panama, Colombia, Mexico. Like, we've been around the block, y'all, but we go live. I mostly go live, but sometimes I drag my husband on here with me, my introverted husband who, tries to smile, but he doesn't know he has resting bitch face, but it's all good. We love him anyway. We love Thailand, definitely one of our favorite countries. His favorite country for sure. But yeah, we absolutely love Thailand. Just so y'all know, today is the last day to grab my Move Abroad bundle for 50% off. I do have that at the link in my bio. If you use the promo code ABROAD 2025, you can take an additional 50% off. Love the introverts. You can take an additional 50% off. So make sure you take advantage of that because I am taking it out of my bio after today. So I did want to go ahead and let y'all know. I've been looking into Thailand. I am here for it. We're moving to Joburg. Yes. I have never been to the Canary Islands. I guess I do love introverts because I have a lot of them in my life. I am new, so how do you work? Hello, Carmen, and welcome. So we both can work digitally, like we both can work like online from anywhere in the world. So I primarily do digital marketing and affiliate marketing. So I sell digital products. Like I said, affiliate marketing is when you make money from, thank you, Jenny. I see some of y'all in here that were in here this morning when I was doing my hair. So I do affiliate marketing as well, which means like I earn commissions whenever I promote other people's products and services. I have a lot of different income streams. I talk about some of those on my page. Mel, do you want to say what you do?
Oh, I'm an online personal trainer. Mainly in like weight loss and also rehabs, any kind of injuries you have, knee, ankle, any of those, like after any surgeries and stuff like that, I help you get back to living a regular lifestyle.
Yeah, so corrective exercise, personal training, he's your guy. You should actually plug your Instagram. You can type it in. It's oh, actually here it is. Look, this is my TikTok. Yeah, I'm gonna plug my husband, y'all. So make sure y'all follow him to support. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the support, y'all. You showing up and liking, commenting, following. It really means the world to us. We really appreciate it. But yeah, that's a TikTok page for anybody who's interested in like hiring a personal trainer. If you need help with building muscle, losing weight, corrective exercise, like that is his forte. I need to learn digital products and digital marketing. Listen, y'all, I love digital marketing. It's such a lucrative way that you can earn money from anywhere in the world. And the really cool thing about digital marketing is there's so many different ways to make money from digital marketing. Like you don't just you don't have to just sell digital products. Like selling digital products is one way to earn money from digital marketing, but it's not the only way to make money from digital marketing. And for those of you who are interested in digital marketing, I do have a resource at the link in my bio called the Cash Flow Come Up Checklist. And it is specifically designed for people who want to learn how to make more money, but you need some guidance on how to get started. But the thing about the Cash Flow Come Up Checklist is I'm actually giving it away for free for anybody who takes advantage of my Move Abroad bundle at the link in my bio. So if you want to move abroad and if you want to make more money, you can get 2 for 1 today. The Move Abroad bundle is at the link in my bio. The promo code is Abroad 2025. Today's the last day to take advantage of that. Oh, dope. I am an RN and my spouse is a chef. Let's get it, Carmen. That's so funny because there's actually a travel nurse here that I met like 3 days ago, and I've been messaging her about like trying to get together and do a video to talk about being a nurse who kind of like lives abroad. I don't think she lives abroad like full time, but she's been in and out.
She's like a traveling nurse, so whenever she's in contract, she probably do a couple of months in the States, like 3-month contracts. She works in the state. And whenever she does have off, I think she said 2 months or so, something like that.
Yeah, but I asked her the other day how long she's gonna stay here. I was like, how long are you here for? And she said permanently.
Hey.
So I'm like, wait a minute. So I definitely want to ask her some more questions. Do you have to create an LLC for your business? You don't have to, Lynette. I mean, if it's something you plan on taking seriously, then I would do it because, like, why not? Like, why don't you want to become incorporated? You don't have to do that to get started. I didn't incorporate my business until like a year after I started, so you don't officially have to have an LLC, but if you want the government to take you seriously and if you want like all the benefits, like the tax benefits of being a business, then I absolutely do recommend it. I will be getting your book. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Carmen. I appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank y'all so much for all the hearts. I appreciate it. So, like I said, me and what country do you live in? So we get this question all the time. We don't live anywhere because we are digital nomads. So a digital nomad is somebody who can work from anywhere. So we work and travel. As of right now, we are currently in Mexico, but we don't really live anywhere permanently, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we spend a couple of months or so. Just depends how we feel about each country, like, and what your spirit tells you. And
what our spirit tells us.
And how you just feel and stuff like, you know, kind of spend a little bit more time. Like if you like a country specifically, like, you know, Colombia, we was there. It was 18 or 19?
2019.
2019, and we went back last year, and it just felt great, like, you know, especially traveling for a while. So we was able to have that like, you know, that what's I'm looking for.
In Colombia?
Yes, that
like the community.
Yeah,
the
community,
slow travel.
The community and also the slow travel that we was able to get in Colombia, and just like Colombia, just like, you know, the weather and stuff like that. Sometimes you just gotta go to a country and just like, how do I feel when I'm in this country and stuff like that? Like, you know, does this feel like home to me or not?
Yeah, and that's a good point because a lot of people actually ask me today, like, how long do y'all stay in each country? How do you determine how long you're going to stay in each country? And I'm like, y'all, the answer really is it depends. Like, whenever we first left the U.S., Anne-Marie, what is digital marketing? I will answer that. The thing is, like, whenever we left the U.S., originally we were like, oh yeah, we're going to live in every country for a month. Like, we're going to do like 12 countries in 12 months. And then after doing that for 2 months, we were like...
It was great, bro.
It was great, but
tiring.
Yeah, it's tiring. Like 4 weeks sounds like a long time until you get there. It goes by really quickly. So after we did that for a couple of months, like Thailand, we did Brazil, Vietnam, Bali, which was like a 5-day trip. Hello, Sandy. And then we went to Thailand and we ended up staying there for like 9 weeks. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it really depends. So digital marketing, y'all, digital marketing is literally anytime you are promoting anything online, it's digital marketing. Like what I'm doing right now is digital marketing. When you see somebody post on their feed, it's digital marketing. When you go to a website, that's digital marketing. Those emails you get bombarded with every single day from wherever it is, Fashion Nova, Temu, TikTok, that's digital marketing. A podcast is digital marketing. Literally anything that is done digitally and it's like promoting anything, that is digital marketing. And that's why I said, like, there's so many different ways that you can earn money with digital marketing. I primarily focus on creating digital products, but there's so many options of what you can do. And again, For those of you who want more information, get my cash flow come up checklist. I have a whole overview of digital marketing and affiliate marketing. And for those of you who are interested in moving abroad, the cash flow come up checklist is going to be a freebie when you get the Move Abroad bundle at the link in my bio. That's 50% off right now. Which countries appreciate a dark-skinned black woman? I haven't had any issues in any country, so I would say all of them, other than the United States.
There you go.
I would love to be able to do that. I don't want to just stay in one country. And yeah, and honestly, like, even like we even know people who want to move abroad, and because they're going to be able to save so much money, even if they're not planning on like living in different countries. Sandy's like, hi, Bianca's hubby. So even if they're not looking forward to, even if they're not looking to live in different countries, like there are some people who were just excited to have the money to be able to travel more. So for example, a friend of mine is planning on moving to Thailand in June. Yeah, she's gonna visit in April, and then she's planning on moving there in June, and like she's really looking forward to like living in Thailand, but then like visiting Malaysia and like visiting China. So y'all, whenever it comes to living abroad, you don't have to do it the way the next person does it. You don't have to do it like we do it. You don't have to be a digital nomad. You can decide to move to one place, settle, and that's amazing. Like there are advantages and disadvantages to everything. Like I said, we love being digital nomads, but also we are very much appreciating being more settled, and we're actually looking forward to going places that we're going to spend for months at a time instead of hopping around so much. Oh wow, when you get paid for that. For digital marketing, yeah, I mean like that's my business. Yes, I am in Mexico right now. Hello, Pamela. I can't leave him out. Oh yeah, trust me. We can never leave out Melvin. He might be lurking in the backgrounds, but he be out here. This is my ride or die right here. But yeah, so we got to Merida, Mexico, like 2 weeks ago, and I did want to talk a little bit about like how we're liking Merida so far, what our experience has been as digital nomads, as Black people. So, do you want to kick it off with Merida, Mexico?
Yes. I always like new Mexican people. Mexican people is always nice, but like I never actually like being here for long. Most of the time we have been to Mexico has been like on a vacation or like on some kind of resort. Yeah. And so you really never really got to experience. Most of the time people was working, but actually able to actually live in a country where actually this is their life. They kind of live just as their regular life, and they're so nice. They're really so nice and stuff like that. Yeah. People really are very helpful and stuff like that. I wanted to get I wanted to get a haircut, and I couldn't find the.
Why didn't you do a come get a haircut with me in Mexico video? I'm just playing. I should have went with you because I could have been like, come with me to get with come with me with my husband. Come with.
It don't matter.
You know what I mean.
So yeah, I went to get a haircut today, and the address that I got dropped off at was the correct address. But usually I was looking for like a barber shop with the little spinning colorful things that's like that pretty much indicate like a barber shop, and I couldn't find that. I walked up the neighborhood a couple of times. There was a school right in front of the place I got dropped off at. And after a while, I was just like, well, let me tell the ex. I called her. I was like, well, let me just go into. There was a store next door, like a little corner store that was like right next to next. I went in there and asked. I was like, well, my broken Spanish or whatever. I looked it up on the translator or whatever it is and listened to all the words and actually trying to speak it back to the person. So that I can practice my Spanish, and also like the person like I'm actually trying to like learn their language. So I'll be like, oh, I don't speak no English. You guys speak what I do. I don't speak no Spanish. You guys speak until I speak no. And I asked her like, where's the barber shop, and she knew exactly what I was looking for. I think because probably it's a normal thing because people
probably show up there all the time. Yes. Like, where's the barber shop?
And it was actually in somebody's house. It was just like a regular house, like somebody living in a house and stuff like that. And then and he has like a little space in the back of his house where like he kind of turned that space into like a barber shop, and it was really great and stuff. But like I said, I didn't have no appointment. I thought it was like a walk-in place. Like I said, I was thinking it was a regular barber shop where I can just walk in and stuff like that. It wasn't, and he was like, "Oh, do you have an appointment?" I was like, "No, I don't have an appointment," but he was like, well, I have somebody coming out 12 o'clock. There's a lady, and her haircut should take like it's gonna be very fast. And he was like, if you want to sit down with Bianca, wait. I was like, yeah, I'll wait. And while I was waiting, he gave me some water and stuff like that. Like it was very nice, and they would charge me for that. Like most of the time, I've gone to the States or other places where, especially if they give you any kind of complimentary things, you end up going to pay for that. Like, you're going to end up paying for that like down the road or something like at the end. But because when I was in Brazil, I got a beer. I was like, oh, this is very nice. And at the end of it, I was like, oh, yeah, you got to pay for that too. But it was like I said, it was nice for him to give me the water and stuff like that. Like I said, he didn't have to take me in right after that. Like he said, he was like, I can squeeze you. I was like, that'd be very good. And I waited till she did his 12 o'clock appointment came, and then he did my hair. I really like how it did. I'm very picky on my hair.
And you've had a lot of haircuts in a lot of different countries in the past year as well.
And I've had it, and a lot of complaints. Like, I don't
this
like
is the first one where he was like, when he told me like he loved it. Like I was like, normally he'll be like, yeah, it was all right, it was okay. But this was the first one where he was like, I loved it. I was like, wow.
I would say from now, he's like probably the third person that actually like.
Wait, what were the other ones? In what countries?
The States. Like,
we're not counting the U.S. Okay, no. We're not counting the U.S. though. Like outside of the U.S.
Colombia, I was like, the one in Colombia too was good. So I was like, Colombia will be fourth, but he's pretty good. Like I said, I told him what I wanted and stuff like that. I told him like the tape. I showed him what I wanted. So I even asked him like, how do you say tape in Spanish?
How do you say tape in Spanish?
He said, from what he told me, he said there's really no specific way to say it because everybody use different way, everybody explain it differently. So he was just like,
thank you, Sandy.
Just kind of point to your head and kind of say low or some kind of like, just tell them whatever it is, they will understand.
Low. I wonder if it's like abajo, low. Yeah, that's so interesting. Like or like corto, which is like short.
Yeah, and then
interesting.
And it was very good. Like I said, he gave me like a kind of a facial kind of type of thing. Most of the time when I've gone to a barber shop, like I think when I was in Panama, I got that same thing done. Like they got a facial and everything done. They charged me extra for that. He didn't charge me nothing. This is part of his service, and it was really good. And afterwards, he gave me a call. He was like, "Schedule next time, whatever it is." And I'll definitely
schedule it next time.
I'll definitely be going to him next time. I need my haircut like in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's dope. I definitely, and I need to come film you because I feel like, even saying like Black women abroad is like, compared to, sorry, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. Sometimes it's like, it's kind of hard to find a representation, but I feel like for Black men, it's even less. And I know like you're not really like a day in the life kind of content creator, but I am. So I can maybe, I don't know, you have to tell me how the space is, like if it's weird if I come because it's somebody's house, but yeah. It would be weird.
Yeah, like I said,
okay, well then if it's not gonna be weird, then I'm gonna just let you get the content, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be like, go with my husband to get a haircut in Mexico. So sorry, I just wanted to scroll back to make sure I didn't miss anything. Thank y'all for the hearts. Please continue to double tap. I really appreciate it. So visa options. So we are on the tourist visa. So like as an American, you can just come here. You don't got to pay for any kind of visa, and you can stay here for like 6 months. So that's just what we're doing. For any visa information that you're looking.
That is changing because of what is the orange before.
We don't know. We don't know.
If that I heard it today that they have been.
You heard it from who?
On the news, they have been charging people to come into the stuff. But I would just do your research and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that. Do your research because there's a lot of fake news out there about like Mexico requiring visas, and like as of right now, like I said, they don't. But regardless, anytime you're traveling somewhere, you definitely want to make sure that you do your research. But as of right now, we're here on the tourist visa. Thank you so much, Sandy. And for any other visa information, again, do your research because every country is completely different. What's your top location that you guys have been?
Thailand.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
That is my top location I've been. Thailand is ride or die. I would say Thailand, then Colombia.
Yeah. I feel like I agree with that.
Brazil.
Yeah. Wow. Our list, like, our list is like the same. It's just the order. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't like comparing Thailand and Colombia because they're not comparable. Like they're so different. Exactly. So as far as like top locations, like we are aligned. Like Thailand en español. Thailand, Colombia, Mexico, and Brazil they're my top 4 as well. Like as far as like the places we've been in the past year. But it is kind of hard to be like, oh, my favorite. Well, it's not hard for him. His favorite is Thailand. For me, yeah, hands down for him, his favorite is Thailand. But for me, it's a little bit different because again, I just feel like it's kind of hard to compare them. Sandy says, Melvin is a great name. My neighbor growing up His name was Melvin. I adored him and his wife. Wow. Now you have another Melvin and his wife to adore. Thank you, Sandy. Let me try to go back to these comments, y'all. Hold on, y'all. We're currently in Merida. Let me see. Your page is letting me follow you for some reason. That's strange. I'm moving to Mexico in mid-April. I've been looking for a remote job. Keep looking, Anne-Marie. Can I message you later for more info on digital marketing? Yeah, and if you're on Instagram, I would message me there. My handle is the same. It's She's Booking the Flight. You can message me on TikTok too. The only reason I say, I shouldn't be saying its name, the I platform, is because I can voice note over there and it's easier. Like sometimes that is really frustrating with TikTok with like the DMs. Like it's really hard to, like, y'all know, like, I'm a talker. Like, it's a lot easier for me to explain with my voice, and you can't do that on TikTok. But yeah, you can feel free to ask me whatever question you have. But you can ask me on here as well, because I'm sure the people have questions. She has her boo in the live. I do. He's been in a lot of my lives, actually. It's just kind of like sporadic. I feel like when we were in Asia, like we were in Thailand, we were doing a lot more lives together, but now he be doing his own lives, so he be acting like he ain't got time. He ain't got time for my lives no more. He be doing his own lives. I be like, excuse me, sir. We are the travel couple. We are TikTok's favorite travel couple. We got to show up at least bi-weekly. I have short hair. I have to get it cut like every 6 weeks. Damn, every 6 weeks? Right, I know. I'm like, for him, it's like every damn 10 days. I heard Mexico closed their gates. I haven't heard that, but y'all continue to do your research. Where are you? Merida, Mexico. I've heard a lot of good things about Thailand. Yes. What part of Colombia? Medellin. What does a digital nomad consist of? So, like, we do not have kids. So a digital nomad is literally just somebody who can work and travel. Like, that's it. Like, we want to make things more complicated than they are. Digital, like a nomad is somebody who moves around, right? Someone who travels from place to place. And then you just put digital on top of it because that means that they work digitally. That's it. How much luggage per person do you carry? So I don't know why you made that face, because if you do the math, we basically have the same amount of stuff. You lucky that room is so junky, because I would take the camera in there and show them for the proof. Don't play with me. No. Okay, so we both have a checked suitcase, like a checked luggage, a big one. Mine's like medium big. He has like the big one. And then, am I wrong? Mm-hmm. Am I wrong?
Keep going.
Okay. And I also have a checked carry-on suitcase, and then I also have a backpack, and then he has a backpack. So between the both of us, we have 5. So he has 2 and I have 3. And it is, and we have downsized. Like whenever we first left the U.S., we ain't gonna talk about how much money we paid in baggage overweight fees, but we have learned.
Especially when you start traveling on the other side of the world, like most other side of the world, like they kind of think small.
Asia
and stuff like the minimum wage, like is it 40? I think it's 40, right? Yeah, it was 40 pounds compared to
like 44. Because it was like 20 kilograms or like 22 kilograms, something like that.
Yeah.
It was less than 50 pounds, baby. And some of them places, they don't give a damn if you were half a pound over. They
want that cash.
Yeah, that was annoying. I don't know what your question is about Spain. No worries, Sandy. My husband and I want to move to Mexico next month. I'm a born citizen and he's Jamaican. Mm-hmm. Let's get it. What part of Mexico are you interested in? I call y'all live. Hello, Chula. Stay out of Mexico. Make me. I'm in the mood today. Try me. Go to Nigeria. Why? Hello from a food photographer in Oregon. How are you a food photographer? And do you like get like the free food? Like this is like asking for a friend. Like I'm like, if I were a food photographer, I would be like, you don't even gotta pay me, just feed me. Well, you do gotta pay me, but then also feed me. Like I charge a fee and then I also charge like a food fee. Like, cause man, we want to move to Medellin, planning right now. Oh my God.
Yes, you're gonna love it.
The
weather is great.
Yeah.
That's one thing I love. That's the difference between
Colombia
and
Thailand.
Thailand is scratching hot, but your skin is gonna love it. It's like, you're gonna be
Facts.
glowing.
My skin was dry as hell in Colombia. It's beautiful out there, but the mountain air was like.
Yeah, but Thailand is definitely like, obviously it's definitely hot. You have to plan, like, you plan your day early in the morning. even with that, it's still hot outside. But like
Yeah,
before the
it's
sun
still
comes
hot.
up, you want to make sure you get most of your stuff done. And most of the time,
What are you gonna get done in Thailand before the sun's up?
You know what I mean? But
What?
that's you gotta be a night owl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I mean,
they're very night owly over there.
and it's like that here too, here in Merida.
Yes,
So actually in Merida, it actually gets super hot. So we've been here for 2 weeks, and I would say out of 14 days, we've probably only had like 4 or 5 super hot days. So apparently the month of May is when it gets really, really hot here. So we're not even in like the hottest month yet. But like for example, like there are places around here that they don't even open until like 6 p.m. Like places like when we want to go out to eat, like some places don't even open until like 6:30 because like people are used to avoiding going outside between like 10 and 4. So that is something else to know for anybody who might be interested in moving to Merida, Mexico. If you're not about the heat, this ain't the place for you. Did you sell your stuff before leaving? Yes, we sold most of our stuff, and we do still have one storage unit that has a few other things in it.
And every time we go back to the state, we try to sell some little bit stuff here up and there.
Yeah.
We feel like we don't need. And I feel like the more we are kind of staying out of the country, like the U.S. is like, everything got to go now. At this point,
yeah.
Like, I'm over here
every time we
like,
go back, we're just like, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't care. Just sell it. Like.
Yeah, at this point, I was over here thinking like that storage bill was kind of get a little crazy. I'm just like, let's get it. I want to. Like, you know.
Okay, relax.
But not all of it.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Downsize a little bit.
Oh, because we're not in the smallest one, right?
Yeah.
I don't know though, Mel, because I kind of like that we can actually move in there. If we downsize, like, we're not going to be able to move in there, and I can't handle that. Because I'm going to get anxiety if I walk in there and it's too crowded.
And I'm not going to move most of this stuff either way. So,
yeah, exactly. And so I put that on yourself.
I wasn't complaining.
Whatever. Okay, have you been to Spain? We have been to Spain. We don't really talk about Spain a lot because we were only there for a long layover. So we were in Madrid for a day. Look, he's laughing because when I tell y'all,
we were so tired.
When I tell y'all we were so tired. So we went to a flamenco show. So flamenco was like a very like traditional Spanish dance, and y'all.
And all I can remember was my head bobbing over. And she was like, wake up. And the next morning, I saw her bobbing her head.
I got so mad at him. I was like, oh my God, are you seriously falling asleep? 10 minutes later. And I was like, oh my God, we cannot be in here falling asleep at this show. These people can see us on stage, but we were so tired, y'all. Like it took us like 3 fucking days to get from Brazil to Vietnam, and Spain was the first stop. So like we had like a late flight. So anyways, Madrid. We have been to Spain. We did spend a day in Madrid. We did a tuk-tuk tour around the city. We did a flamenco show. And then we like walked around a little bit. But again, like I'm not gonna give you opinions on Spain because I wasn't there long enough, right? Like I can't sit here and tell you like, oh, I loved it or I hated it. Like we weren't that impressed, but we also recognized we didn't really see a lot of it.
I wish it was raining. We're tired.
Oh my God, yeah, it was raining. It was cold.
Coming from hot to cold is like.
We had just come from Brazil. Like I felt myself getting sick. I had pulled out my jacket for the first time in a month, like my travel jacket. It was just a lot going on. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I might just look at the comments on your phone because it's too much of me trying to do it over there. Okay. Let me see. I just tried following, but it's not allowing me to. That's crazy. Not TikTok out here trying to block blessings is wild. I have never heard of that before. Wow, I don't know, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, let me see. When we went to Europe in 2019 for 25 days, we had 2 large bags at 50 pounds each. Wow, that's good. And y'all, thank you, Sandy. And y'all, like packing for moving abroad versus like packing for travel, packing for a trip, it's such a different mindset. Like it really is such a different mindset. And it is, and it's also different if you're traveling like we are traveling as digital nomads. If we were like, okay, we're gonna go stay in Thailand for a year, pack your stuff, that would be a completely different pack. Versus, okay, we're going to be in these different countries. We're going to be, moving around. Because you pack differently when you know that you're going to a place and you're going to open your suitcase and you're going to put it in a closet and probably not touch it for months. Versus, thank you so much, Sandy. Versus if you are, you know you're going to be moving around. You might be going places that have different weather. It's just a whole different vibe. Do you see a lot of RV and van life in Mexico?
We saw some the other day.
We did around here, but that was the first time.
And it was very interesting. Like I was always thinking, like, oh, this is very interesting. Obviously, you can still be traveling and all that stuff when you kind of like you can still be traveling and still enjoying the thing. We saw that. I was like saw two vans. I was parked at a park.
Yeah, but in general, I would say in general we don't see a lot, but we have seen a couple. My husband and I wanted to move to Merida, but the economy in Yucatan got way too high. I mean, people do say, I've heard like people say like, it's expensive. People say that it's like really cheap and like it's not. So honestly, y'all, like it really depends, right? Like and obviously everybody's budget is different, but in general it is a lot less expensive than the United States. But if you compare it to somewhere like Cambodia or like Vietnam or Indonesia, Bali, Thailand, those places, then like if you're comparing it to that, it's definitely going to seem like more expensive. But you could easily rent like a nice place here for like $800, $1,000 a month. Like we overpay all the time because we do Airbnb, because we book shit at the last minute. But if you are planning to come here like long term, you can actually get a great place for like $1,000 a month or less, depending on what it is you're looking for, how bougie you trying to live, what neighborhood you want to be in, all of that. Where have y'all been? Sorry if you've answered this. So that's okay, Lauren. So in the past year, since we left the US in February, we've been to Brazil, Spain, Vietnam, Thailand, Japan, Indonesia. Did I say China?
Yeah, no.
Panama, Colombia, and Mexico. I think that's all of them. Heat is worth it if we are giving the safety. I agree.
Especially here. Like one thing I'm very kind of very surprised is this was the second safest city in South America, whatever it is.
The second safest city in Latin America, the number one safest city in Mexico.
And you can definitely tell, like I said, the neighborhoods are safe. Police are always kind of roaming around. They're very nice. Don't stop you. You don't. And also, that's also another thing we can also say, like when you travel and stuff, like especially coming from the States as a black man or whatever it is, like every time you ship a cop or whatever, you kind of get this like, oh my gosh, like kind of feeling and whatever it is. And every time I see a cop out here, it's like, hey, what up, man? Like, they out there to protect you instead of somebody like, oh, I have this power and I'm overpower you and stuff like that. You don't really feel that down here. And like one thing they lie to us a lot in the States. It's like, but you kind of just thinking some people are bad or whatever it is, like, or people like drugs and all like this and stuff like that. Like here we very kind of got the feeling like it's very safe. They're very family oriented and stuff like that. They care about their neighbor compared to the US. It's like very selfish. Well, as long as my family, it doesn't affect me. School, all of your, it's not like that. Like Well, also another thing we noticed was like the thing we were saying about the jobs and stuff like that. They kind of like they try to make everybody have a job, something to do and stuff
they
like
look
that.
out for the people here. Like a lot of people here, for example, like they won't use like the self-checkout because and I know some people do that in the US. I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. I live in self-checkout. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do. I'm not gonna even sit here and pretend like I don't. But here, like for example, a lot of people like they won't use the self-checkout. Also, like there are no self-service gas stations. Like if there is a job that someone can have, like they really try to make sure that that they provide that. And I think the culture here is just, it's so community oriented. It truly is about like who you know. I mean, I'm talking like from your doctor to like your bank account. Like it's just, yeah. Is there any discrimination? We have not experienced any of that outside of the US. None. The longer you're away, the easier it is to depart with your stuff. Absolutely. Encouraged to minimize as much as possible. Oh my God, y'all. Listen, if you can go 3 months without it, get rid of it. Listen, yeah, thank y'all so much for the gifts and for the hearts. I'm telling y'all, when we go back to the US, like, y'all, when I just tell you the stuff, like the amount of stuff that we accumulate in the US, it is wild. Thank you so much, Erica. Thank you, Dee. Y'all so sweet. Now how long will it last? I don't know. Okay, that's my struggle, is I spend all this time twisting my hair, and I swear that if it was like after like 3 days, like it looks like so frizzy, and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm on here watching these women on this app, like I kept my mini twist in for 2 months, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I can tell you what I'm doing wrong. I'm doing it myself. That's what I'm doing wrong. I need to outsource. Can you take packaged food?
What do you mean packaged food? Because I have taken food.
Yeah, you can take packaged food. Hiking in Scotland and want to take some beef sticks. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah. As long as it's like cooked. Like the people don't, but you can't take like raw stuff. Y'all look like you're 25.
Oh, thank you.
You're so sweet. We are not. I need to know if your husband has an uncle for me. Third glass of wine. Oh my God. I was about to say no, but he got cousins. They're all taken.
Yeah.
Well, Jonathan, how old are you? You were too funny. Hello, Carol or Carol. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Hi, have you been to Bali or Japan? Yes, we went to Bali and Japan last year. What questions do you have? I'm new here. What made you decide to travel from country to country? So for us, like we had already talked about so we got married in October 2022. And so we had already talked about like how before we even thought about like settling down, having kids, doing any kind of like really permanent things. Thank you so much, Jessica. We had already talked about how we wanted to travel together. And so the time frame was very up in the air. So like in my head, I know I was always thinking like a year minimum, but I think I said to him like 6 months. Because you know sometimes with men you got to ease them into things. You can't dump everything at once. You got to be like, yeah, it's temporary. But in your head, women, we know what's up. So we had already kind of in the back of our minds, we had kind of planned to travel together. And so last year, like our lease was going to be up in our townhome, and so we were kind of like, well, what are we waiting on? Like, we could wait another year, another 2 years to travel, but why not go now? And of course, it helped that the U.S. was already kind of starting. I wouldn't even say starting to go to shit because there's been a lot of shit with the U.S. for a long time. But I guess the main answer to the question is like we already knew that we wanted to travel around together before. Like we knew we wanted to do that. Like we weren't sure about like every single country or how long, but that's something that we just been wanting to do together for a long time.
And I guess the stars just aligned that time, and it was just right
Yeah.
at the time. Like, yeah.
What are your visa options if you both want to stay longer? Honestly, I don't know. I'll be honest. I shy away from answering visa questions because number one, it changes all the time. Number two, it's so different depending on which country you're in. If we did want to stay here for longer than 6 months, it wouldn't make a difference for us because we're not gonna go 6 months without traveling. Like we would do like a border run, or we would go somewhere else. Like let's say we did be like, okay, we're gonna live in Mexico for 6 months. At some point, we would probably travel to Belize, or we would probably travel to like Guatemala. Like we wouldn't stay.
Yeah, and us traveling out the country and coming back, that will reset the travel thing. Let's say you get 6 months in Mexico, and let's say we decide to go to Colombia for like a couple weeks or like a month or so, and we'll come back, it will start back 6 months again and stuff like that. So that is somewhere people kind of get away with that, especially in town. That's one thing. That's one where we knew like a lot of people did a lot of border runs. Where it was easy for people to do that way, stuff like, kind of dealing with the whole trying to get a longer visa process.
Yeah, and it does depend, right? So if you are someone who's like, okay, I absolutely know that I want to stay here, like I can understand why you will be looking at long-term visa options. You're so welcome. That just really hasn't been our experience. But I did a video not too long ago about like countries that are offering digital nomad visas like all over the world, and that video is on my YouTube channel if anybody wants to check that out. Oops, hold on. I accidentally scrolled down. Let me see. Okay, I answered that. What country are you at now? We're currently in Mexico. Yeah, we're currently in Mexico. I see a lot of people ask that question. How do you decide where to go? We kind of already had, before we left the US, we already kind of had a set of countries. Like we weren't sure where we were going to start. So we actually started off traveling with a company called Remote Year because we were like, you know what, before we go and do this on our own, let's start off with a group where, we're going to have some resources, where we're not just being thrown in to everything. So when I first I don't know if you remember, whenever I had first talked to you about Remote Year, and I was like, yeah, did you see any countries you were interested in? This guy was like Japan, and I was like, baby, relax. I was like, I am not ready for Asia. I said, I am not ready to go from North Carolina to Asia right now. So then we were looking at Brazil versus Spain, but then we looked at what the weather was in Spain in February. We were like, done, Brazil. Because it was too cold for us. And then outside of that, we knew that we wanted to go to Asia. I've been wanting to go to Vietnam for a long time. We both been wanting to go to Thailand, Japan. So honestly, a lot of the countries that we've been to, they are places that have been on our travel list for a long time. And we've stuck to like most of them. Like we didn't really plan on going to Panama. Last year we thought we were going to go to Kenya, but there was a lot of political unrest. And then also like we have been trying to like stay under like a certain budget. So sometimes that does determine where we go or how long we stay in a place as well. Jocelyn, we're in Mexico right now. Do you work remote? How do you get income? Yeah, so both of us can work from anywhere. So he is an online personal trainer. So he does like fitness, corrective exercise, rehabilitation stuff. And then I do affiliate marketing and digital marketing. And for those of you, thank y'all so much for all the hearts. For those of you who have, joined more, What?
I said, she said Meta. I was like, wait, I was like, this is crazy though. This is our first time since we came here, like coming to Meta. It was our first time hearing about it.
And now like we see
like, people like, I'm going to this place. I was like,
I love Merida. Yeah, exactly. Like we never even heard about it more than like 6 months ago. And now we hear about Merida all the time. But yeah, for those of you who joined more recently, I do have a resource at the link in my bio called the Cash Flow Come Up Checklist. And I am giving that away today for free if you get my Move Abroad bundle at the link in my bio while I am live. I am doing a live bonus for the action takers, for those of you who are for real, for those of you who are not just saying, I want to move abroad, but you're actually trying to do something to make it happen. Take advantage of the Move Abroad bundle at the link in my bio. Use the promo code ABROAD2025. Wait, how do you get income? Wait, maybe that is where I started. I did answer that. Thank you, baby. We're in Mexico. We are planning to move to either Merida or the Puerto Vallarta. We're in Merida right now. Never been to Puerto Vallarta, so I can't give you any insight on that. But we love it here so far in Merida. We've been here for 2 weeks.
And no, I'm not Haitian.
No, he's not Haitian.
I'm West African.
Yeah, not Haitian. Coco, Ubag, baby. Nobody.
Well, I guess they are my cousins because most people.
Aren't we all cousins?
People from some of the beautiful people from a lot of West African people did get trade. Was slavery in Haitian. That's where it kind of started. So like, there's some good Haitian people that's like have some kind of roots from West Africa.
Not surprised. Oops, I dropped my water bottle. What's GDL?
Is that the place where that lady was telling you about?
What lady?
I think one was over with Black and Black.
I have no idea. Thank you, Tati. This is very informative. You are so welcome. Oh, Guadalajara. You know, I hadn't really heard of Guadalajara either. You know where I heard about that? It was that fucking show, Ugly Betty. I like randomly started watching Ugly Betty at my mom's house like 3 weeks ago. Damn. Oh, we need our thing. That's why we haven't watched it. I was like, it's not on Netflix here in Mexico. But before that, I had never heard of Guadalajara. But it's good to know that you like it because, I mean, y'all, Mexico is my favorite country. Like, I've been to 24 countries and Mexico is my favorite. So I still have so much more of Mexico to see. You are welcome, Nana. We're currently in Mexico. How do we get your free information? You're getting the free information right now. What you mean? You're already getting it. If anybody's interested in I do have a free travel guide. It's not about moving abroad. It's just about traveling. If you want to learn how to travel on a budget. But other than that, I have free information all on my page. Get your popcorn, get your drink, whatever you want. Go sit down and go through my page. Like, I've been posting on this page since June 2023. Like, there is so much information on this page. And obviously, it's not just my page. You can feel free to do your own research. There's obviously a lot of information out there. But for those of you who don't want to have to do the research and you want a one-stop shop, I do recommend grabbing the bundle at the link in my bio. And the Love Boat. I think I missed that. I think I missed the first part of that. Love Mexico, period. On my mom's side, a slave ship left Guinea with my first maternal ancestor. Oh, wow. I think we'll build there one day. That's dope. Is your Wi-Fi access like in the States? I haven't had any issues with Wi-Fi here. He said that he's had a couple, but in general, Merida is like fine for Wi-Fi. As long as you're not like on the beach. Yeah. On the beach, from what I hear, it gets a little bit shaky. But if you're like in the city, like I personally haven't really had any issues. Now I'm trying to like scroll down again. Excuse me. Oops. Nah, I went in somebody else's live. It's crazy. Is this for African Americans looking to be expats? Is what for African Americans looking to be expats? Sorry, I'm just making sure I didn't. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. I don't know.
It's for anybody that want to move abroad.
Yeah, this live. No, I mean you don't have to be black. Like, no, I just talk to like U.S. citizens. Like if you're not a U.S. citizen, I cannot help you. I love you. Please don't ask me questions. I don't know. Like I have no idea. But so whenever I talk about moving abroad, it is from an American perspective. But like my resources and everything, yeah, it's for any U.S. citizen who wants to move abroad. What other questions y'all got for us? We're going to take a walk at some point. Thank you so much. Peace, girl. We're going to take a walk because it actually is not blazing hot here today. So we're definitely going to try to get outside. But does anybody have any other questions that y'all want us to answer? Hello, Mikkel. Before we hop up off of here. And thank y'all for the hearts. I'm definitely considering leaving. Listen, kitchen therapy, I'm here for it. I do recommend y'all try to visit the place first before you just go and move abroad. I think there are a lot of people on this app who are just kind of like, oh yeah, just pick up your entire life and move. We're in Mexico right now. We personally believe that it makes more sense for you to check it out first, because if you are, unless you are truly the type of person who is like, you know what, I'm very go with the flow. Like I'm happy to, I'm like, if you feel so like mobile and so free that you know that like, whatever, if I don't like it here, I'll just go somewhere else. That's fine. But most of us are not like that. Okay. We just got to be honest. We literally just have to be honest. So we do recommend traveling before you just decide to like go and move to another country. I left the live earlier before I could hear your answer. What is your Mexico monthly budget? I don't think I answered that. Y'all, we don't really have a budget. Like, I'll just be honest with you. Like, we don't have a budget. Like, we're not like, oh, we need to. I mean, I will say that we try to keep our apartments at $1,200 or less. Does it always happen? No, it doesn't. Like, I know like the place we were at in Colombia, like that one was like right at like 13. But again, we do keep in mind that Airbnb is always going to be inflated pricing, number one, and number two, because we're not doing long term, we don't really get to like negotiate like some other people do. So outside of that, we don't really have a budget. I will say like most of the time in terms of like taking money out of the bank, we normally do anywhere between like $100 to $200 a week for both of us. Like that is, I mean, that's been kind of like the case, like outside of like our other expenses, like things like our cell phone bill, etc. But we don't have like an official budget for everything. Call us irresponsible. We are in Merida, Mexico. I would like to move to Thailand. We love Thailand. We're looking to move to Nairobi. Hey. Oh, I wanted to go to Nairobi last year so bad. Drawn to Mexico, but want to make sure it's affordable. I mean, Emily, if you survive it in Texas financially, you can definitely handle it out here. Maybe people who traveled.
You can survive most places out of the country.
You mean you're talking about financially?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Maybe people who travel internationally can rely on places they've been to. Yeah, that as well. And I answered that question. Oops. We are currently in Merida, Mexico. But again, y'all, we're digital nomads, so we move around. We don't stay in one spot. We're not sure exactly how long we're going to be here just yet. But, you know, we will keep y'all updated. But anyway, I'm about to get off of here. But y'all, for anybody who wants to take advantage, oh my God, $563 light bill or water bill. For anybody who wants to take advantage of the live bonus, you still have a couple more minutes to grab the Move Abroad bundle. I'm taking it out of my bio after tonight. So for those of you who are serious about getting the hell out of the United States, living a slower life, escaping the rat race, living a more peaceful life, eating these like fresh, delicious whole foods, being somewhere where people actually care about community over capitalism. If this is the life that you want to live, there are steps that you can be taking right now. Whether you're going to live in 90 days or whether you're going to leave in 6 months, next year, 2 years, there are things that you can be doing. In the Move Abroad bundle, you get a 21-page guide, a 12 video series that comes along with a workbook and a 7-step checklist and the cash flow come up checklist. Like y'all, it is the value is nothing nothing on the price. So if you are serious, I highly recommend taking advantage. For those of you who've already purchased the bundle, thank you for your business. I'm getting ready to send you your bonus as soon as I get off of here. And for anybody who grabs it in the next like 2-3 minutes, I will still send you the bonus. This is the Move Abroad bundle at the link in my bio, and the promo code is abroad2025. But yeah, we're about to get off of here. But thank y'all again for joining. We will catch y'all next time. Please make sure you hit follow if you want more. And yeah, thank y'all again. Bye, y'all.
Bye.